Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chapmanville, West Virginia, where the Mingo Central Miners and Chapmanville Tigers have just tipped it off. Here from Danny Garvey Gymnasium, Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you. Again, we apologize for some of the audio difficulties, but just got it fixed in time as first shot of the game by Andrew Scholl off the back iron from the top of the key. Rebound fought for and saved by Chapmanville, but into the arms of the Miners. As Mingo Central going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial, Chapmanville left to right. Is out front with it. Mingo Central has it stolen away. Taken by Scholl, gives it over to Obina. Obina drives in left corner, kicks it out for Isaiah Smith getting the start tonight. Now to Scholl. Over to Philip Mullins, drives right baseline, gets inside, now kicks it out. Smith open for three from the left wing, short rim, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and the last touch by Chapmanville. So again, this Mingo Central club coming in here at 3-2 tonight, Nathan. Chapmanville at 7-1, but the Mingo Central club having both Hatfield brothers back after a disastrous 2-win year last year going to really help them.
Yeah, and Mingo not starting either of the Hatfield brothers tonight, which I found to be rather interesting. I don't even know. I haven't seen Drew or Devin. I'm sure they're on the bench, but Chapmanville here, their pressure defense has proven to really bother Mingo.
And Justin May had his pass intercepted by Mullins with a one-handed snag. On the other end, Mullins misses a pull-up three from the left wing, taken away by Mingo Central. No score with 6:40 to go in the first quarter. In the right corner they go, dribbling in, dish off underneath, trying to find some help is Colton Blankenship. Now they get it back out front to Josh Wellman, swing it back over to the top of the key for Devin Hatfield. Sophomore drives in, puts up a floater, rolls off, rebound still loose. Hatfield saves it, but into the arms of Smith. Now the Scholl up ahead to Obina. Obina on the right wing looking for the first points of the game, and he's fouled on the baseline as he pushed out of bounds. And interestingly enough, Nathan, this was the last team that Chapmanville lost to on this home floor back in 2017. Lost 59-56 in double overtime on February 4th that year. So Mingo Central would love to duplicate that here tonight.
Yeah, they got a long road to go if they're going to do that. And I apologize, I didn't see Devin Hatfield on the court. As we were dealing with audio issues, so I didn't even get the starting lineups in time, but there was a basket made there.
Yeah, Andrew Scholl with a pull-up jumper from just inside the free throw line for the first bucket of the game. Actually committed to Wingate today, so he has his college picked out, and congratulations to Andrew. He's out front with it. It's Colton Blankenship. Now top of the key for Jarius Jackson. They swing it around. 5:45 to go in the first quarter. 2-0. Chapmanville leads it. Driving in is Hatfield. Cut off on the right baseline. Mullins strips him of the ball. Loose on the floor. And let's see what we get here. It's going to be a tie-up, so it'll stay with Mingo Central.
Mingo Central hasn't really had even a remotely decent look at the basket so far. You know, Chapmanville, Chris, they've got scorers. They've got three guys that can really just fill it up in the buckets, but where they really make their name is that defense. That Chapmanville defense is smothering.
Now we get a whistle away from the ball here, and we're going to get a foul on Isaiah Smith. So that'll be the first against either team here in the contest with 5:34 to go in the first quarter.
And we knew with the Hatfield brothers coming back to Mingo Central, Chris, we knew that they would be better. We didn't know how good they would be. They picked up a big win against Scott earlier in the year. They lost to Logan, which a lot of people found surprising, but that Logan team, they just get better and better as the season has went on. They've been playing great ball lately, and of course Chapmanville, in my estimation, the #1 team in the state. Outside of any prep school, you know, I would say Chapmanville's the best team in the state, AA, AAA, single A, bar none. So this should be an interesting contest to see what Mingo Central has, especially come sectional time.
And they get a foul on Justin May on the other end on a screen. On the other end, Scholl pull-up jumper from the right wing, no good. Obina gets the offensive rebound, step-back jumper off the back rim, rebounded by Jackson underneath. Jackson brings it up the left side, gets it over. Trying to find some space on that side is Hatfield, but Obina cuts him off. Jackson drives in, cut off by Scholl, had it stripped, but Mingo Central maintains possession. Back out for Wellman. He'll take a three, no good, and rebounded by Mullins. Mullins will bring it up the center of the floor, 2-0 Chapmanville, 4:48 left in the first quarter. Mullins over to the right side, gets it to Smith. Now to Obina at the top of the key, drives in hard, goes in, misses, gets the rebound back, puts it back up and in for Obina's first two.
Obina's just so much bigger than everyone else out there. Playing him man-to-man is really hard to do.
And he had 37 against Miller earlier this year, 32 against Bethaven, had 21 in that hard-fought win over Bluefield the other night. On the other end, Jackson crashes to the deck and is fouled, so that'll be team foul number 2 as this one will go against Shoal. And that was actually an interesting game the other night against Bluefield, Nathan. Again, Chapmanville fell down 8-0 early, had to claw their way back. Neither team shot particularly well, but that could be a matchup we see come state tournament time.
Yeah, Bluefield's one of those sneaky AA teams, Chris. I mean, because they play such a heavy Virginia schedule, you never know what they can do.
And they just they could not find the bottom of the net on anything the other night, and Chapmanville had their struggles as well. Against tough back-to-back for Chapmanville. Played against Willing Park in the Cancer Research Classic up north, beat them 61-48 on ESPN3 no less, and then turned around and came down south to play Bluefield and Beckley at the Armory just the following night. So this Chapmanville team well traveled thus far. So they lead it 4-0 halfway through the first quarter. They kick it out. Mingo Central does. 3 from the right wing, almost banked in, but no good. Rebounded by Chapmanville as they bring it into the front court. Mullins looks, hands it off to Obina. Obina's going to take the straight on 3. No good off the side of the rim. Dalton, who's checked in, saves it over to Mullins, and Mullins hip checked out of bounds.
Yeah, it almost looked like a hockey check there. He got bumped out of bounds, but Mullins with a good rebound there. And Chapmanville's offensive rebounding has came to play here early tonight. But yet, Chris, here we are over halfway through this period, or quarter, I should say. And Chapmanville's only got 4 points.
And Nathan May checks in. Dalen Goat as well in the game, the quarterback for Mingo Central in football season. He'll try and guard Obina here, and just like people couldn't defend Goat in football season, he had no chance against Obina there as he takes him in strong.
And Goat, I've never seen him without a helmet before, so I didn't recognize him.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I was like, oh, that's what he looks like. Well, they get it to him over here on the left wing. He's left wide open for 3. Misses over the rim, no good. Rebounded by Brody Dalton. And we haven't seen Drew Hatfield yet here in this first quarter. Again, he is the leading scorer for Mingo Central. Not sure if it's an illness or what, perhaps keeping him out as Scholl drives in. Looked like he took one on the chin, but nothing called. As shots off the mark, rebounded by the Miners, kicking it up ahead. Into the corner, 3 on the way for May, no good, but Go gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out left side. Step back 3 way off the mark, no good for Blankenship, and rebound to Dalton.
That one had clearance to land from Yeager.
It's pass up ahead, knocked out of bounds by Devin Hatfield, so it'll stay with Chapmanville. But yeah, that last 3, that one just took off. It was like gravity ceased to exist for a second as it just kept sailing on him. Now Colton Craddock will check into the game for Isaiah Smith.
Craddock played a little bit of JV earlier, so let's see how he does here. He already got his warm-up in, and Dalton and Craddock really got to space out a little more.
Chapmanville with a lot of these youngsters in the lineup to go along with these 3 seniors as Obina drives left baseline, crashes to the deck, and gets the friendly roll as he's got 6 of the 8 points in this game.
You know, Mingo Central's done a good job, though, Chris, playing defense so far. The only issue is they can't score.
Pass up ahead, almost stolen by Dalton. Now is stolen by Mullins as he takes it away from Jackson. Mullins drives in right side, dumps it off to Dalton. Dalton up fakes, rejected by Jackson. Dalton gets it back, looking for help, and going to get a foul down low against Mingo Central.
Mingo Central coaching staff wanted a 3-second call, didn't get it though.
That one's going to go against Jarius Jackson, again the sophomore. He had 17 points in that win against Scott earlier this year, had 10 against Polka in a loss just about a week ago. As they get into Obina, he's double teamed, and another foul going to go against the Miners here, as that's going to be team foul number 5 on them, as this is going to go against Hatfield. That'll be his first.
Yeah, I see Drew Hatfield over on the bench. I don't know if maybe he's setting out, like you said, an illness or maybe team issues, or maybe even they just don't want Chapmanville to get a look at this squad with Hatfield in there.
They get it into Obina, left corner, and he airballs a 3 over the rim. Rebound taken away by Devin Hatfield. And the sophomore races into the front court, stutter steps, drives in, and banks it in over top of Obina, the first points of the game for the Miners.
Yeah, Obina almost got that one, but Hatfield with a nice floater right off the glass and in.
8-2, Chapmanville leads it with 1:50 to go in the first quarter. They dump it down low to Obina, back out to Mullins. He'll take a 3 from the left wing, and Philip Mullins able to get his first bucket of the game.
And Chapmanville's going to heat up eventually, Chris. They can shoot the lights out. And that's what Philip Mullins does for this team, providing a spark.
His All-State honorable mention last year, had 20 against Bluefield the other night. Now there's a steal by Obina. Ooh. Obina behind the back, then had it poked away from behind by Devin Hatfield, but it'll stay with Chapmanville.
That was a nice play from Devin Hatfield, because if Obina does get through there, that's a dunk all day. Hatfield did a good job to poke that one away and maybe even save some points here.
11-2 Chapmanville, 1:28 left in the first. They inbound it to Obina, now out to Mullins. Mullins takes a 3 from the same spot, same result. He hits another 3, back-to-back for Philip John Mullins.
That was a nice heat check there. And three names, huh? Nice. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I caught myself calling him that down the hallway yesterday, and I was like, when did I become his mother? So 14-2 Chapmanville, closing in on a minute to go here in the first quarter. Jackson on the left wing up against Obina, steps back, can't find an opening. Craddock almost with a steal. Now Devin Hatfield drives in left side, goes in hard, but off balance and misses the shot, rebounded by Scholl. Scholl up the center, gets it to Dalton on the left side, finds himself free, drives in, and Brody Dalton, the freshman, with his first two.
Yeah, and I think Mingo Central wanted a foul on the other end. Not going to get it.
Yeah, Coach Stan Elkins in his second year, unhappy with that. He thought that there was a foul, but didn't get the call. Now Devin Hatfield trapped on the right side and going to be a push against Chapmanville with 32.3 seconds left in the quarter.
You know, Chris, with as much as this Chapmanville team pressures and as much as they trap and really do so much on the court, they don't get called for a lot of fouls. They do it without trapping.
Yeah, I agree. You know, they're very disciplined and also very aggressive in the way that they play their defense, as Preston Smith and Chase Berry check into the game for Chapmanville. Final half minute of the first quarter. It's been all Chapmanville, leading at 16-2. It's Jarius Jackson into the center, hands it off top of the key for Blankenship. He gives it back over, driving baseline, kicks it out, ball tipped into the hands of the Miners, though, over to Jackson in the right corner with 10 seconds.
It's like there's 7 guys on the court right now for Chapmanville.
And there's finally an interception as Dalton comes up with it with 5 seconds. Up to Scholl. Scholl dumps it down low, driving to the layup. It's Craddock, but misses on the layup as the first quarter comes to an end. But Chapmanville leads it 16-2 after the first 8 minutes of play. We'll be back after this as you are listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action with us here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, Surgical Podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you. 16-2 Chapmanville at the end of the first quarter. Well, just a reminder that Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-855-4906. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Chapmanville and Main Street in Logan. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. Chris Kidd here with you, alongside me Nathan Bush, with Joe Mounts, our engineer, and Aaron Stone, our camera operator. And Chapmanville came out a little bit flat on offense in the first quarter for the first 4 minutes, Nathan, but then seemed like they finally got their footing under them. And again, it's been a long couple of days for this ball club.
Absolutely. Plus, of course, Chris, today they actually got a little bit of a break with the snow day. They maybe got a little rest, but there's a foul.
And they're going to get Devin Hatfield on the hack. That's going to be number 2 on him.
He may have to go have a seat here. And still no Drew Hatfield in this game. Interesting, but they're going to leave Hatfield in there with the 2 fouls.
Now Scholl with it. Gets it to Craddock on the right side. Again, Chapmanville going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial. They get it to Scholl on the right wing. He'll take a 3, no good. Rebound tipped up, taken away by Mingo Central. Racing into the front court is Blankenship. He's cut off, and a foul going to go against Brody Dalton here. That'll be his first.
Brody Dalton. I defy anybody to find somebody on the court that runs harder or faster than Brody Dalton does when there's a break going on. That kid is lightning.
And again, we saw that a lot in football season as well for Chapmanville in his freshman year. Became a reliable target for Chase Berry as Chapmanville finished 5-5 on the year. Jackson gets it into the middle. Looking for help, still trying to spin around here and looking for somebody is May. May finally gives it off to Jackson on the left wing. Now back out front. Mingo Central resets the offense. Nathan May with it. Gives it off. Now top of the key for Blankenship. Pump fakes, tries to drive in on Barry. A lot of contact both ways, and Blankenship able to put it up and bank it in.
Blankenship was lucky. He was able to get in there with that amount of space. I don't know if Barry got mixed up on the assignments, but there was nobody out there on him.
16-4 Chapmanville as they swing it over Preston Smith. He'll go for three, misses off the side of the rim. Rebound comes out and Scholl takes it away. Pull-up jump from the left wing, and Andrew Scholl buries his second shot. He's got 4 points.
Yeah, and again, Scholl, he had that big game not too long ago, Chris, with 27. Kind of quiet past few games, but he's coming out shooting well.
Cross-court pass finds Jackson. Now out top of the key. Long three on the way for Blankenship. No good off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Dalton underneath. 18-4 Chapmanville as Scholl crosses the timeline. Picked up there by Blankenship. Gets a screen. Pull up three as he comes off of it at Andrew Scholl. Another three for Chapmanville after Philip Mullins hit two. And that's going to draw a timeout by Coach Stan Elkins. A 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here.
Yeah, and that, Chris, would be something that Mingo Central's got to try and slow down, is preventing Chapmanville from getting hot from three. And they're stuck in man-to-man. They got to come around and fight over top of those screens and not try to go underneath. They'll make you pay.
And again, this has been a series Chapmanville has started to dominate after a slow start to it. Again, Chapmanville leads the series 13-4 lifetime going back to 2011. Mingo won the first 3 meetings, but Chapmanville's won 13 of the last 14. And as we alluded to, the only win for Mingo in that series was in 2017 in that 2-overtime win here at Chapmanville. And Chapmanville has won the last 6 meetings, and the last 5 of those by 11 points or more. And Chapmanville won the last matchup between these two 85-34 on February 12th last year. So it has been a one-sided rivalry as of late.
Yeah, as of late it really has been. But, of course, never sleep, Chris, this Mingo Central team. There's times when you feel like they're going to be down, and they just go out and they just find a way to reload.
Yeah, this Mingo team that was coached by Chapmanville coach Brad Nappers. He took them to the state tournament in 2015. Took them to a sectional title and regional title that year before he came to Chapmanville. And Brad incidentally picked up his 100th win at Chapmanville in that game against Bluefield the other night. As Brad now 118 here at Chapmanville. That's a pretty good win percentage.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. You know, hey, that's really good.
It is. That's incredible.
Congratulations to Coach Naver there. It seems like he only loses in Charleston.
Now 21-4, stealing an outlet pass to Obina, and two-handed slam as Chapmanville gets showtime going here in the second quarter as Obina gets his first dunk of the game and his 8th point.
We're getting close to slam dunk contest time, and I wonder if Obina is going to put his hat in.
That time he got above the rim and just threw it down as now they get it inside on the other end. Pull-up shot, rolls off with the left hand for Mingo, rebounded by Chapmanville as they push the pressure. Up 23-4 out front for Mullins. He hits from the same spot for the 3rd time on that short left wing, and another timeout by Coach Stan Elkins. A full timeout with 5:14 left in the first half. Chapmanville leads at 26-4. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you. 26-4, Chapmanville leading Mingo Central as Drew Hatfield now into the game for the first time for Mingo Central. Again, not really sure what the issue was that he was out as long here as they get it to Devin Hatfield. He'll go for three from the left wing, off the mark. Obina tried to save it and was pushed from behind by Goad, and that'll be a foul against Dalen Goad.
Well, needed to put Drew in probably a little sooner, Chris, as I don't know if there was maybe some issues going on in, I don't know, maybe some sickness or something, because you never know this time of year. So hopefully he's okay, but it's good to see him in now.
And he was the 2019 Moss Award top receiver award winner.
That's impressive.
Yeah, again, listen to his career: 343 receptions, 5,200 yards, 64 touchdowns.
Is that it?
As Obina buries the first free throw. Yeah, this past year, again, he was a four-time All-Stater, was Drew Hatfield, three-time first-team All-Stater, had almost 900 yards and 20 touchdowns this past year with 124 receptions. And so far off to a good start in basketball season, at 21 against Poca and 28 against Scott, as Obina hits both free throws and almost got into the action there on our near side.
I'm not allowed to play.
And again, I've made a couple of catches so far this year, almost had a third there, I think.
Yeah, especially that Frisbee you caught on that picture.
Yeah.
But anyway.
My famous Facebook picture
it'll
now.
It'll be that picture for another 6 years.
Yeah, that's what my Greenbrier picture was. 28-4 Chapmanville. As Scholl drives in, and he gets walloped on the way to the basket as Blankenship got his money's worth on that foul.
And if you're going to foul, you might as well make it count, am I right?
And that time going to send Scholl to the free throw line. And as we said, him going to Wingate, again, that's a great thing. Again, they've got a senior point guard there now. And, from what we were told coming in, whenever he went to visit, they told him that, the program will probably be turned over to him. And from what we were told, again, just going off of secondhand knowledge right now, is that it appears to be a full ride for Andrew Scholl. So, that's just great for a great kid as he hits both free throws now, and he's got 9 points for the game.
Yeah, it's a three-campus college in Wingate, Charlotte, and Hendersonville, North Carolina. And it's down in that area, so not far from home. Just, far enough away to say, hey, I went away, but still close enough if you need to come home, you can.
Yeah, and they've been to the NCAA tournament as well, so again, just wonderful news for Andrew.
Yeah, it's good for him, and it's good to see these a lot of these players, whether it be in football, basketball, whether it be Chapmanville, Mingo, Logan, anybody. Good to see them furthering their education and using athletics to do it.
They drive in, gives it off to Goad. Nice give and go from Drew Hatfield to Dalen Goad as he lays it in for his first bucket. And 30-6 now. Chapmanville leads it midway through the second.
Nice pick and roll movement there from Mingo.
They get it up top for Isaiah Smith. Now to Mullins. He'll take a three from the right side again. He's hit from that little short range opposite of the middle of the court on the three-point side now 4 times.
Not straight on, but just to the right or to the left of the top of the key, and he's just knocking it down. And now Drew Hatfield's the man bringing the ball up.
33-6. Chapmanville has just blitzed Mingo Central here in the first half as Devin Hatfield gets in a big collision there with Isaiah Smith, and they call a blocking foul on Isaiah. That'll be his second.
Yeah, and Isaiah, the Chapmanville faithful, wanted to charge, did not get it.
Now that'll send Devin Hatfield to the free throw line. Again, he and Drew played at Logan last year, and you had those 3 titanic matchups with Logan and Chapmanville last year, and a lot of people kind of speculated where they might go after football season this year, but they elected to stay at Mingo, so Devin misses on the free throw. So he'll go back to Chapmanville. Now to Obina. He'll take a three, no good off the front iron. Rebound comes down to Mingo Central as Devin Hatfield looks up ahead to Drew Hatfield on the right side. 33-6 Chapmanville as Drew Hatfield guarded by Mullins, now picked up by Smith off the screen.
We got a few hecklers in the crowd tonight from Chapmanville. I can hear them.
And I figure that Hatfield will get that in some of these local games, whether it's here or Logan, as a foul. Driving baseline here as Devin Hatfield trying to get inside.
But another thing, Chris, that you really need to look at is the Mingo Central Miners voted out of the Cardinal Conference.
Yeah.
So I think this is their last year in. Starting next year, they will no longer be in the Cardinal Conference. So that's going to change the way things are done around here, especially in the southern part of West Virginia, because Logan and Chapmanville were the 2 teams that voted to keep them in. Everyone else voted them out. So the Cardinal Conference losing a team in Mingo Central. And who knows where they're going to go from there. We may not even get to see a Chapmanville-Mingo matchup anymore.
As Devin Hatfield hit the first, but misses off the back rim on the second. Rebounded by Chapmanville as Mullins loses it in the lane, but Obina there to pick it up. They swing it back out front for Isaiah Smith. 2:50 to go before halftime. Over to Obina on the left baseline, dribbles inside the arc, pull-up shot, no good as he falls to the ground. Stolen by Preston Smith, and Preston Smith takes it in and lays it in on the right side.
Coach Napper's got to be happy with what he's seeing from his squad tonight. Really, I haven't seen him really yelling at anybody, so I think he's doing all right. And that's going to be a foul on Smith.
And Smith and Hatfield right up on each other there, and Hatfield got a shoulder or an elbow into him, but they called Smith on the foul that time, so that'll be his first.
Smith didn't like the call either.
Actually, that'll be number 2 on Preston Smith. So now Brody Dalton and Andrew Scholl check back in as Chase Berry will go to the bench with Smith. They both get an ovation. And Drew Hatfield looking for his first basket of the contest.
A lot more fouls here in this quarter than in the first.
And 18 fouls against both now as he misses on the free throw. Obina mistimed his jump a little bit, but lost it out of bounds. Again, it took 2 hops off the back iron, then the front iron. Obina had already went into the air off the back iron shot.
I mean, that's just an unlucky bounce for Chapmanville. But, Chris, it seems like when Drew Hatfield checked in, did you notice maybe Mingo's intensity kind of picked up a little bit, and they got a little bit more chippy, and they're playing maybe just a little bit harder now that really the leader of the team's out on the court.
It doesn't. I mean, he brings that intensity with him no matter what he's doing in sports. As there's a steal by Mullins, but now Mullins was disrupted on the way up the floor and couldn't control it out of bounds, so it'll go back over to Mingo Central. Chapmanville leading at 35-7.
I don't know if Mullins actually ever established possession of the ball to lose it, so tough break for Chapmanville there.
They inbound it deep for Drew Hatfield. He'll bring it up now against Scholl over right side. Brody Dalton now trying to harass. Nice dish off on the give and go inside, and a good finish at the rim for Wellman as he gets his first bucket of the game off the pass by Nathan May.
And that's been there for them all evening, Chris, on that pick and roll, easy give and go. Obina for 3.
Goes for it again, and Obina can't find the range from the outside tonight as he misses off the back iron. Rebound comes down to Drew Hatfield. He'll take a 3 in transition, and Drew Hatfield buries his first bucket of the game.
Don't let Drew Hatfield get hot. If he does, he's a guy that's very, very hard to slow down.
We've got 1:40 to go in the first half. Chapmanville leading at 35-12. As Mullins on the right wing over to Scholl, gets it to the free throw line. Looked like he was hit on the way up as it misses short, but didn't get the call as Scholl looking around, trying to figure out where a whistle was.
He didn't get that one. Didn't say anything, though. I mean, you're up 35-12. I don't think you really need to argue that one too much. But as we saw with Chris with that Beth Haven game a couple of weeks ago, you never know what can happen in these games.
Yeah, that one was plagued with whistles throughout. As pass inside gets away from Godin out of bounds and back over to Chapmanville. And again, thankful to you to stick around and finish that out after I got food poisoning that day and got through almost 3/4 of it, but just couldn't take anymore. So.
No problem. Got plenty of messages from people that said they loved it.
I agree. You probably did. About time they got that bum off the air. Scholl crosses midcourt. 35-12, Chapmanville in the lead. Over to Mullins on the right wing. Go down to Hunter Jeffrey on the right block. Backing in on Goad, gets it out to Dalton. Dalton drives in, had it knocked away, but gets it back. Now out to Mullins, takes a deep jumper from the right side, no good. Rebound comes down to Nathan May. He'll dribble up the left side, gets all the way in, and can't finish at the rim as Mullins forced him too far underneath. Now rebounded by Jeffrey, up ahead to Scholl. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Underneath Brody Dalton all alone as he lays it in.
Brody Dalton just seems to find his way into those layups. He's just in the right place at the right time.
37-12, Chapmanville with 35 seconds left here in the first half. Over to Drew Hatfield, gets it down low for Wellman on the right side. Back out to Blankenship. He'll take a 3 from the left side. Air ball, as it'll go out of bounds back over to Chapmanville with 24 seconds left. Blankenship trying to say that it was tipped by Jeffrey.
I don't know if he tipped it, but he certainly altered the shot.
And the officials are going to go with that call as they say it was tipped by Jeffrey.
Yeah, the lobbying worked. Never see that happen too often.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a good job by Blankenship pleading his case.
Yeah.
So they inbound it deep, knocked away.